Well, you can certainly tell my iPhone was designed by millennials. And listen, there's enough digging on millennials. I get it. And I also get it. It's kind of tender now because you guys are moving into irrelevance, just like us Gen Xers have done with the coming of Gen Z. And what do they call the new one? Gen Alpha now? Is that Gen Alphabet on the way? So anyway, but you millennials have kind of led the charge in culture to normalize profanity. And that's always been kind of a curious thing of all the things we can normalize. And I think what you get is that we Gen Xers and above were so strictly taught that, don't use that stuff, and so you think, we want to shock them just a bit then. We want to stir them up just a bit. So I say that because even though I have prayed for healing over this iPhone, it still likes to transition some of the words that I dictate into profanities. And fortunately, I've learned to read, although occasionally I miss something, to read over things before hitting the send button. And I'm never amazed at the words that don't make sense to turn into profanity that says, oh, here's an opportunity for a profanity. I started to say a potty word. That's my favorite little funny way of putting it. Now, we can have this discussion, but here's what I want to think of, and that is, I really try to draw myself into a life that is as welcoming to as many people as possible. And I recognize that's probably not a completely popular take, but I want to encourage you in that way as much as possible. And I'm even talking to us Gen Xers and you boomers out there, as well as the millennials and Gen Zers. I doubt any Gen Alphas watching yet. I want to bless you today with a life well lived, a life of character, a life of purpose. May God bless you with a focus on a welcoming life, because that welcoming life is such a blessing, not just to your community, but to you as well. And I suspect that's going to mean something different for all of us. And may it be so in the name of Jesus.